Mom, get the camera. It's tie-dye, dude. Basket cake on its own. Have you heard of the Native American wars against Sasquatch in the south eastern region of North America back in the 1800s? So we could look this up, or folks at home could look it up on their own time as well. But there's a lot of different scriptures and writings left behind by Native Americans from the 17 to 1800s about these wars between Native Americans here in North America fighting Sasquatch, like tribes of Sasquatch, like going open area combat and actually, fighting to the death with these things, and how ferocious and just beast-like they were. And my question is this just folklore? We have fiction, non-fictional writing here in our modern times. Is that their maybe version of a folklore, or an enactment of some type of script, or did this actually happen? And a lot of people say there's evidence of this war happening between Native Americans here and Sasquatch. That's always stunned me when I discovered that, as I wondered how many other species that we would think, I'm trying to think of some of the species now we have in the oceans that we just hunt down in order to a point of endangerment for whatever resource that they have, and how many other cryptids might have had the same fate from previous humans that we just don't know about. That's always been a huge thing for me, and trying to figure out.
Yeah, and that was the thing as I was working on this book. I didn't really think about it in the beginning, but I really got into a lot as I started doing research, was this idea of animal preservation and extinction, and like the human impact on the animal world. It even ties back to what you were saying about like that tribe of people that was discovered that, had never seen civilization before. And what really makes you realize is like the responsibility that we have as kind of the stewards of the planet, as like people who are able to kind of able to control everything. That there really is a responsibility that comes along with it too, because there are these animals that were very specific that existed for thousands of years, and then people showed up, like the koala in Australia. I mean, basically became an endangered species because it had never seen humans before. And then, like kind of white people showed up and just could just knock them out of trees with sticks
Right.
and eat
Yeah.
them. The koala didn't know to defend itself.
Right.
It had not grown up around these people. So we finally had to and I think just because of the wildfires in Australia, I think they said now that there's no koalas left in the wild because of those
What?
wildfires.
Seriously?
So we still have koalas at zoos and we can
Sure.
reintroduce them and things, but it's like the combination of kind of the wildfire that happened recently and like human kind of deforestation is a big thing too. Like as we spread further and further out into these like natural habitats, it forces us to kind of bump into these creatures that to never see before, and
Right.
things happen and go wrong. And so it's a hard thing because obviously I'm not an anti-expansionist. I'm a big believer in like technology and advancement, as we've talked about. But I think we have to, every time we have a new technology, we need to take a little beat. And we have enough understanding now, I think, how these things happen that we need to kind of take a beat and say, all right, what is this going to do to kind of, and they have these things now, they have environmental impact studies that they do, which is
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
because we didn't think about it before and things would just die off.